What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm talking about one from Uncork'd Entertainment, Chiller Films. It's called Camera Obscura. So this is about a guy who loves taking pictures. He has this intense passion for photography, but his experiences as a member of the press in Afghanistan have kind of scarred him and given him some, some post-traumatic stress about the whole situation, which has kind of caused him to be kind of a downer in general. I know it sounds mean, but he's just kind of a downer, and he's stopped taking photographs. His girlfriend is like really worried about him because that was a huge passion of his, and to see him kind of drop it is not good. And so she buys him this really cool antique camera. And at first he's kind of like, I'm not sure about it. But then he kind of runs with it. He gets a job taking pictures for a realty company, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But at least he's picked his camera back up and he's taking pictures again. When he has the pictures developed, there's some kind of problem at the lab. They all come out black and white. And he sees some really weird imagery in them. There's like a dead kid. And he was just at this spot. And as it turns out, the people in the pictures are not actually there. Obviously, the corpses weren't there, or he would have noticed. But the people in the pictures die shortly after he has taken the picture, and they die like according to the time in the picture. It's kind of a weird concept, but anyway, pretty soon he notices that his girlfriend is in one of the pictures dead. So he decides to avoid that by keeping her out of the area, and somebody else ends up dying in the exact same way she would have died. So this leads him to understand that, like, I can replace the person who's in the picture, and make it so that they die instead of my girlfriend, which is good because once he removes his girlfriend from one picture, she moves to the next. So he's got to get through this whole reel of photography in order to save his girlfriend. This movie has a really dumb premise. I didn't really care for the premise. The movie is very slow and plotting for a long time. It doesn't help that the lead guy is just a horrible choice for the part. He's not a bad actor, but he's just not good for this. This needs like a guy that can really get into like the slow unraveling of the human mind as you just descend into this madness, and he just can't do it. But the fact that he can't do it is kind of fun too, because it makes it really awkward and weird that he's in the role, so it kind of works in a strange way too. Toward the end of the movie, especially once he starts to realize that his girlfriend is in the pictures, the movie picks up a lot and starts to take some really weird turns as he gets involved with basically having to kill a bunch of people. There's a fantastic exchange between him and this creepy dude, Tad, that owns a hardware store. It's a really extended series of scenes. It's by far the highlight of the movie. It's really weird, super creepy. It's got crazy dialogue, a weird brawl. Overall, Camera Obscura is not a terrible movie. It's just not that good, and honestly, the first half or so was pretty dull and predictable, but the last half or so is pretty decent, and it definitely picks up a lot. It has some weird moments to it. So if the idea of a haunted camera is interesting to you, or you just need something to pick up at the Red Box, Camera Obscura is definitely worth picking up as a rental, but I definitely don't recommend buying it because I don't think it's something that will hold up, certainly not to multiple viewings. I watched the DVD of it, and it was fine. It had a solid transfer. I didn't look at the extras. I'm sorry. I was ready to take it back to the Red Box once the movie was over. So at the end of the day, this is one that, like, if you're a fan of like kind of cheesy, indie horror movies, definitely give it a look. I really wish the whole movie was on the same level as the weird interactions with the hardware store guy, because those are by far the highlight of the movie, and I just wish the whole movie could live up to that. If you're interested in more, I did a full write-up of Camera Obscura at my website, markfusion.com, as well as hundreds and hundreds of other horror, cult, exploitation, and all kinds of other reviews. So definitely check that out if you're interested. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram at markfusion. You can drop a sub here if you want to. I would greatly appreciate it. Every single sub really helps me out a lot in growing this channel and continuing to put out content, so I greatly appreciate it. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, and if you run into a guy at a hardware store and he grabs you by the hip for no apparent reason, you're probably going to get into a brawl, so just prepare yourself for that, and learn to ask for the chloroform directly and not skirt around the issue, because that will definitely raise some red flags. Thank you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.